Hello again, and welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, to the Cardboard Crawlers RC channel. We are at another sweet little spot right around the corner from our house over here at the border of Southern Pines and Aberdeen, North Carolina. If old Joey Maz is watching this, it's right about behind the Cheetah Club. He knows where that's at. Anyhow, yeah, it's a sweet, beautiful day. It's a little bit chilly, but nothing like our friends up there in Michigan and New York and Pennsylvania. They got themselves a heck of a little storm going on up there, or at least they did yesterday. So good luck with that, guys. Hope you're staying warm and dry and keeping the rubber side down. That's what we're trying to do out here on this sweet little rock pile. Keep that rubber side down. You don't want a little bit of side body damage is all right, but let's not flip them over. You know what I'm saying? We do have the Grizzlyworks Gladiator out here, the old recovery vehicle, just in case there's some deep holes out in these rocks, and I figured I'd get this Jeep out here because we kind of got gypped on this last time. We were at a different location, but I made sure to get a couple of batteries charged up today. And I usually keep the mini batteries that I run in the FJs. I keep one of those charged pretty much all the time because I never know when I'm going to want to just go out and film. But I got two of those ready, and I got the batteries for the Gladiator charged up, and came on down. I brought my blower out. As you can see, there's a bunch of those little leaves. I believe these are like a chestnut tree or something. Maybe someone can correct me on that. I don't think it's an oak, because it's not quite an oak leaf. Maybe it is. These are little. I think they're chestnuts, honestly. So I could roast them on an open fire. But I don't know, not a big fan. I like cashews. So yeah, just like I said, this is a sweet little spot. We've been here before a couple different times. I drove by here the other day and brought the blower. I brought my mini blower today. I got a little like a still 18, or maybe it's a 24 volt little blower. And rather than hauling my gas blower around, I just threw that in the truck. I knew that that would suffice for what we were trying to do here. Got some nice tire compression there. I'm running those 64 millimeter Injora Chiracs there with just I think I have like a 58 millimeter foam in them. And those seem to work pretty well for, what I'm getting after most of the time. I don't think I'll end up putting like a flubber stuffer or anything like that. Man, I was watching Harley Designs. I had seen the 24 that he built, and I watched part of that video, but I didn't watch the whole thing. And I was looking at the little inserts that he printed, and I tell you what, if I get a new job soon and start making some decent money, I might buy myself a 3D printer just to do tire inserts and whatnot. The only problem, and let me know in the comments how that goes for y'all on the 3D printer. Don't you need a PC to run those? You can't run them off of an Apple, or can you? Let me know if you know. That's the only thing, is I'm computer literate to a point, and honestly, this old dog doesn't want to learn too many new tricks. I have a hard time just keeping up. Actually not feeling quite up to par today. I had a pretty big headache. I think maybe I just didn't get enough nutrition in me, and so I just ate dinner. I loaded this up and edited it, and then I got some dinner in me, and feeling a little bit better, but still might be a little something going around. I don't know. I'll get some medicine in me, take a Benadryl or something, and see how I go. once again, that sleep is hard to find for me lately, and or at least quality sleep. Sleeping here and there, but just not the quality that I normally would get when I'm working hard, especially when I'm working at night. I come home and crash the heck out and get, a solid 6, and then sometimes I'll sleep for a couple extra hours right before work. I usually get a solid 6, and then I'll have to wake up and take Blue for a walk and do his thing, and even he's having a hard time with this change that we're going through right now. Like, he's expecting to be in the snow any day. He thinks every time we get in the car, we're going to drive across the country. So, he's been having trouble eating and doing his normal thing. And he's not, like, having, like, sick or anything, but, like, tonight he just didn't want to eat his dinner. Could be that we were over at Jimmy's this afternoon and maybe he got another extra treat or two and just is like, well, Dad, those duck treats, they treat me right. And I don't need to eat at night if I have those. So, maybe we need to remind ourselves to have less treats during the day and eat our dinner and our breakfast. And hey, what do you all do? You feed your dog twice a day, or did you feed him once a day? Did you see that Gladiator go by, this Gladiator? Anyway, yeah, there's this big old parking lot. This is a Harris Teeter, Domino's, not Jimmy John's, but some other sub company, and they got a little golf cart company. Guy came out today, Kevin, shout out to Kevin. He says he's got a little Gen 9, what are those? Red Cat, a little Red Cat rig that he has, and so he was moving golf carts around and getting them put back into the shop. I think they put them out in the front, kind of showroom style, car lot style, and put them back. And came over and said hey, and I said hey. So introduced myself, told him about the channel, and because I don't do that enough. I don't really tell people, like all you subscribers out there, you're just, most of you are just straight up, subscribing through the channel itself, like finding it, and, through shorts. I do a lot of shorts, so I get a lot of subscribers from my shorts, and I, once again, I appreciate each and every one of you, and I love the fact that somebody's watching and having fun, because I love my little videos too. Like, I'll watch them, I'll be watching YouTube, and then I'll switch to my channel, and I'll be like, oh yeah, I need to watch that, make sure it's good. So remember to like, subscribe, share, comment on this content. Tell somebody that that is into RC cars, or that you think might just enjoy it. It's usually pretty PC. It's pretty friendly. I try not to cuss a bunch on my voiceovers, and there's nothing really negative that we're talking about or showing on the video itself. So even though I don't make these for kids, like I don't like set them up that way on the internet or on YouTube, because I find that you limit your audience when you set it made for kids. It's something I wanted to talk to a friend of ours, Jeff Walter at Walter RC Park, has been making some videos lately, and I think a couple of them have been set to kids, and I think he would get a little more viewership if you just don't do that. Just don't set the audience. You can skip that portion, and then it usually gets out there to more people. So, like I said, this is a cool little rock pile. You can see all the way down that line. There's rocks that go all the way over to that little fence. There's a Biscuitville, a little restaurant over there, and but there's like a pile. They had like extra rocks when they came in here and put these in, and so the extra pile is kind of where I made a couple of little lines, and you got some 2-for-1 lines where one's right next to each other, the other one, and you can loop up and down and around and circle it twice, and everything's nice, and have a good day, right? So it's just fun. And then I'm just kind of crawling back towards the car. The car's kind of over our left shoulder right here. And so there was a couple little good rocks right by this tree. Got the yawns. So yeah, a couple of good lines right here by this tree, and some nice hard crawling through these rocks. And I thought it would look good on film, so we just came right through here, did that little crossover in the dirt over to here, and we're just cruising by here. There's nice heavy big rocks, you know, they're almost as big as the trucks, and there's holes as big as the truck. And so I did stack a couple rocks in here because I hadn't crawled in this like 10-foot square section before, but I just kind of pushed a couple around, changed it a little bit, and then the trucks made it right on through here. You can see the big gaps there, you know, like down where those leaves are, those go to the dirt, and that's big gaps. So you got to pick your line, get your tires working on the rocks that you want them to be climbing through, and you know it all starts to come together. You kind of figure it out. And then so you can see the pile behind me right underneath what looked that water tower back there. And it's kind of like there's a hill here, a little embankment that goes up to this other parking lot, and then the pile is like, you know, it's just basically like the bucket from the dump truck dumped it right there, and then they spread some around, but they didn't spread them all. So I have gathered a couple of rocks here, and that is Cardboard Crawlers out.